Hello, guys. Rob William here from Let's Talk by Knowledge, and the company is Gamma County. And today we'll talk about the most updates about the EIDL, the PPP, the stimulus checks, and unemployment. I know it's been a lot of things going on, and it's been 2 days since this started, and I haven't had time to really update you all. It was very busy week since it started on Monday. So let's jump into it. And like I said, I'm going to talk about the EIDL and what's going on with it, and the PPP, the stimulus checks, the new proposals, and unemployment. The IDL, it's still under the new bill that it's been approved by the Senate, and it will be effective maybe in a couple days or so. One very important note I want to talk about the IDL is not a money wise, but today or on Tuesday, they said that they had a data breach, and the data breach affected some businesses, not all. So those they filed before March 25, yes, March 25, they are affected, and they're about 7,000. Let's read it together. Let me share screen with you and read what they're saying, and so you'll be aware of the what they're talking about. So it's right here from New York. The Small Business Administration says there was a data breach on their website last month. The Small Business Administration said to use data, personal information of more than 7,000 businesses owners applying for disaster loans maybe have seen by other applicants on the website on March 25th. The SBA said the only whatever. It's just crazy to hear that with all what we are being through already. So those that have applied before March 25th, please check on your credit score. And if you need to freeze your score, go ahead. And those that applied after that time, go right ahead and also check your score. And if you need to freeze your score, go right ahead and freeze your score. Just make sure you are safe. Is the time for all scammers and those hackers to play with all our information right now. So that said, let's jump to the PPP. The PPP now has about $320 billion out of the $484 billion that the Congress has signed. So the $484 billion are signed as follows. The PPP will take $320 billion to fund the rest of, quote, the rest of the business owners, which I don't think that's even close or enough. And we have 60 billions for EIDL. Those will be the 1,000 to 10,000 advance payments and some of the loans already. And 75 millions going to the hospitals, 25 millions, the rest of it will go for the test of the coronaviruses for people. So the 320, you already know, it's not even close to be enough. We already had $350 billion that it did not even scratch the surface for people. So they only funded 1.6 million businesses. And as you already know, they're all the big guys out there. They got between $100,000 to $20 million. Yes, people calling is an ethical from the banks to fund these people so they can have a bigger fees and leave those little small, if you will, small businesses. And I believe there's a lawsuit filed against Chase and Bank of America and other big banks out there. So hopefully you'll be on the next round and you get this money. If not, I don't know what to say. Let's jump into stimulus checks, the new one, which is passed the Senate today and is going to the House, and it's possible to be signed tomorrow or so. However, there is some other stuff we need to talk about. Let me explain the new one. The new bill is they're proposing one of the two. Either you take $2,000 per person, up to $5,500 per household. So $2,000 for a husband or spouse of married found jointly. So $2,000 for a husband, $2,000 for the spouse, and up to 3 children. Each one will take about $500. So you add them all together, you found them is $5,500. If you're just a single or 2 married without children, each of you will get $2,000. The difference between this one and the other one for the 1,200, this is it's major or it's a bigger scale. There are including even dependents that excluded last time, so they added them this time. So if this passed, a lot of people were gonna get these $2,000 or at least the 500 that it was excluded before. Or the other part, which is proposed with it, like I said, either or the rent and the mortgages will be delayed or forgiven. And obviously the money will go to the landlords, such as banks or other landlords that do rent. So the money will go to them directly and you don't have to pay for anything. And I believe it's forgivable. You don't have to pay back. It's not a delay or a defer or anything. It's forgivable. Which one will go through? Mostly it looks like the cash, the harder cash is going through because a lot of people favor in these than the rent, but we'll see what's gonna happen. I wanna give a comment right here, guys. Although we all need this money, and I know a majority of Americans, they need that money and they need it right now, but I just want to remind you, this is for the record, you should not be excited about this. That stimulus checks, your children will pay for it. What we're doing is printing money. We have no idea. We have no backup. Our GDP, where it stands, we don't know. Okay, so all this money, it will reduce the power purchase of the dollars, and it will reduce will increase the inflation. When, I don't know. How it's gonna happen, I also don't know. Okay, but that's just put it out there. Do not get too excited about, yes, finally we're getting the money. Believe me, I understand. There's a lot of people who need that money, and there's no doubt about it. I'm not getting into that at all. It's just some talking in general. That will bring the country to bankruptcy. When, I also don't know. Can we back it up and we start to produce very fast and we'll make it happen? At least we make this debt or that gap of our production versus our debt closer. Maybe, I don't know. It's just I don't want you to be so excited and just like, oh, okay, finally we're getting something. That's something you will pay for it regardless. Okay, whether you later, younger, millennium, or your children. So, and I think Mitch McConnell, the majority leader, said that too. Said we're gonna be in a very hard situation. We're increasing our debt rapidly and without even thinking. So, is the 2,000 we're gonna go through that easy? I don't know. It's just, even if it went through and you guys got the money, well, thank God, and I hope that will help for real. And it's supposed to stimulate the economy, and I'm not sure how would that help the economy while people do not work. And they're not working because they don't have the workers to work because you closed. I mean, the Congress, I mean, you closed. The people are willing to work and do. It's just, I don't know. Yes, the corona there, yes, but I don't know. I just don't want to put any political thing in here because it's not the intent of this. And just like I said, it's a lot of countries are still open. That thing is not going to go away without a vaccine. It's not going to go away. So instead of just putting so much money, throwing it in the trash like that, just printing it, just redirect it to fix something and make. That's just my personal opinion. You take it, you trash it. It's all up to you. I have no problem with that. Okay, so this is the stimulus checks, 2,000 or no rent. Okay, 2,000 per person, 500 per child, up to 5,500 for household, or you get your rent or your mortgage forgiven for the period they're saying. By the way, they're saying the proposal is the payment to be between 6 months to 1 year. I doubt it. I think it's going to be a month-to-month basis to evaluate the situation and see where they stand, and what they either will apply it every month or will stop it. We open, and that's what I'm hoping for. Just we open. We need to work. Okay, so that's been said. We're done with these updates. Now I want to talk about the unemployment. Here's the deal. The unemployment insurance, since ever until the coronavirus thing happened, the 1099 recipients, the self-employment, the business owners are not qualified to have unemployment payments. They're not. When the coronavirus happened, the government helped the state, and I think they passed on $150 million per each one to expand this program and make it bigger to cover the 1099s and the self-employments. Okay, so you are covered for the government, and your state should have that implemented. Many states, and one of them is Virginia, their system has not been updated. Until today, I read something, and I will show it to you in a second. So you're not qualified, but now you are, and you will get some, hopefully. So how are you gonna get some? Let me share the screen with you and show you what Virginia is having right now. Okay, here, this is a Virginia employment, and I know each state is probably a little bit different, but they're all under this program. So the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) and unemployment insurance provided under the CARE Act. Okay, the CARE Act included a provision of a temporary benefits of individuals who are not eligible for regular traditional unemployment insurance. These individuals may include those who are self-employed, independent contractors, gig economy workers, clergy, and those working for religion organizations. So we know now who's qualified for these. These are the categories. The first step was to apply for unemployment insurance by visiting this website for Virginians, okay? Or this website, or by calling this number. You'll receive or will receive a monetary determination from Virginia Employment Commission that indicates that you do not qualify for unemployment. So once you file this application, you will receive the letter saying you're not qualified. So don't panic, get to that. And I think add in the actual letter you will receive right here. That is what you will receive exactly, saying you're not qualified. Sorry, we deal with it later. But they're continuing here. If you are self-employed and if you are self-employed or an independent contractor, gig economy workers, clergy, as well as those working for a religious organization, for those workers including, I'm looking for something covered by the state unemployment insurance, monetary determination economies. So they're saying somewhere here, right here. Question, do I need file an appeal against the monetary determination? Because the monetary determination will say, hey, you're not qualified. You only need to appeal this determination if you feel that your wages should have been reported under the regular tradition UI unemployment insurance program. So you will appeal this. If you receive this letter while you're just working as a W-2, then you can appeal it and talking to them. If you are not, like our main purpose here is the unemployment, the 1099s, the independent contractors, you don't have to appeal this letter. You just to continue and wait for them. And they're saying right here, please file the PU application. So once you get here, you click this and we'll take you to the government site right here where you create an account and you follow the application. It should be very similar to the application from the regular Virginia unemployment. So right here, okay? Now, the PUA program, it will provide unemployment insurance benefit for those who were not covered on regular traditional Virginia. And they hear more explanation about the site and how you navigate it through. And some answering some questions that shouldn't be some complicated. Here is my issue now. I'm getting a lot of people, a lot of clients, they're asking me 2 or 3 questions. First, if I have 2 jobs, 2 W-2s, and I was laid off from one and I still keep the second, and I'm having the second, do I file for unemployment? This is question number 1. Question number 2, if I have a PW2, if I have already a W-2 and I've been working as a gig workers with 1099s, Amazon, Uber, Lyft, all these gigs, and I was laid off or stopped working, but I'm still getting paid from the W-2. Do I apply for unemployment? The answer to me is no, because you have not been totally impacted by the coronavirus. This is the main point of the CARES Act and on the unemployment. Is my word constitution? No. So the best practice to do is to hold up the phone and call your state. Tell them your situations. This is what I have, and I have been working 2 jobs to support my family and to keep the house running. Can I get this or not? They will tell you exactly what they meant by the law, because there is nothing clear in there. They did not say. But obviously, like I said, if you're just a 1099 person, this is all your income, you're absolutely eligible right now, just to wait for that, and they will call you and they make the determination with you. If you're both 1099 and W-2 and you're still getting paid by your W-2, you're not totally impacted. Okay, you're still having payments, you're still coming. So even when you do the application, they will go after the Social Security and they find the W-2, and they're gonna assess your unemployment based on the W-2 you are actually still getting paid. Are they gonna come back to you and tell you what's going on with it and consider fraud, consider paying back? I have no clue. So please pick up the phone, give them a call, and tell them this is my situation. What can I do? This is the only practice that I have for you all. Okay. So these are all the updates I have for you. And if you have any questions or any comments, just to leave it comment below, and I should be able to answer you. Like I said, I will continue doing these videos to update you, and mainly I'm gonna do a lot of videos about business establishment, differences between entity to entity, S corp to LLC to C corp to partnerships, all that sole proprietors. So I'm gonna do that to educate you guys the best I can, so you'll be aware on how to run your businesses better and what's the liability and all these essence of the business. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching this, and have a great day. Stay healthy, stay safe. Ron William, let's talk by knowledge. Thank you so much.